Dr. Ryan, how did you first become aware of what later became the pandemic? And what did you do about it? I mean, can you remember when you first became aware of it and then the first steps that you took to deal with it?
I do. I remember the reports coming out of China in December of 2019, and they were very suspicious from the beginning. There was some leaked videos that looked like the military was helping bring dead bodies out of apartment buildings. There was chatter that there was a big cover-up going on with some kind of virus, and that was in December of 2019. By the end of December, I was talking to Italian doctors because now the virus that we learned about earlier in December in Wuhan was now in northern Italy, and it was decimating the elderly population there. So I was already in contact with physicians on the clinical picture. At that time, I was really into, I need to know what a patient looks like who's getting severe COVID-19 so I could prepare my facility. A lot of us in the hospital business were working with our state governments and our federal government to be prepared. What we were being told was we were going to need massive ventilators. That's what was talked about. Then we realized that there was a PPE, personal protective equipment shortage. I was lucky at Cottage Hospital after the 2010 pandemic with H1N1, I had stockpiled. I had trailers full of masks, goggles, stretchers. So I didn't feel the panic as far as equipment. And then I started looking at things a little bit more. Then my mind was curious more about the virus, very easily looking online, learning about Dr. Shi Zhengli, if I pronounce it correctly.
The bat lady. The bat lady.
Yes, the bat lady, one of the top virologists at the Wuhan Lab of Virology. And her publications went back to 2007. 2013, she identified the S protein in about 3 different, I don't know if it's 3 different bat species or
bat coronavirus.
The bat coronavirus.
Yes.
And then 2015, in 4 publications, she published that she is now replicating the virus, meaning man-made manipulation, and she was testing on mice. In her next...
Was it described as humanized mice?
Humanized mice.
They use humanized mice to do these kind of things because they try common lab mouse and the result is not that good. And so later they realize a humanized mouse is a very good model. So that humanized model from Barrick.
Fascinating.
Mayor.
So I pick up a few things here and there.
Even know what type of mice.
But so around January or so, I remember this. You had already come to pretty much a conclusion that the story they were putting out sounded like nonsense. That they
ate a bat.
That somebody ate a bat.
Bats.
That somebody ate a bat from the Wuhan meat market.
Yeah.
And your logical thought was it's more likely this comes out of that.
Yeah, because I had it in writing that the director, I don't know if her title was director, but one of the lead virologists was doing this already with bat coronavirus in her lab. And it was well publicized in Nature magazine, which is a scientific magazine. So it wasn't like in the National Enquirer.
Right.
Her and other scientists were really proud.
This was a respected magazine, and she was getting a great deal of credit for this.
Absolutely.
Until, obviously, it turned bad.
Absolutely.